Okay, good morning, students. Here I'll welcome you for our virtual class. Our today's topic is a mat tea party. It is what? Mat tea party. Okay, this mat tea party. It is Alice in Wonderland. Okay, this story has taken from this book, and this Wonderland. Okay, this Alice of Wonderland is written by the Lewis Carroll. So Lewis Carroll, he is he's a English writer. He is a English writer, and mostly he loves to write a fictions based on the children's fiction, and the famous book of the Lewis Carroll is the Alice in Adventures in Wonderland and its sequel. Sequel means part 1, part 2, part 3. Okay, so what is written in this book? So here, this Alice who falls into rabbit hole. Okay, so rabbit hole, basically rabbit hole is so small. Okay, though by mistakenly that Alice falls into rabbit hole, and he wants to find herself in a very fantasy world. Fantasy world means unknown world. Okay, where funny people get mixed and unusual creatures means that the you cannot see that mango tree is walking and other things. Okay, so that the in that fantasy world she find herself. So here what happens, she attended tea party with three of them, and that three party was a March Hare, the Mad Hatter, and the Dormouse. Okay, these three. Now there was a, see in this you can see it, there was a table set out under a tree in front of the house. A March Hare and the Hatter, they're having a tea on it. Then this the middle person, they are the Dormouse, was sitting in between them, and he fast asleep, means his its eyes were closed, and the other two were using at a cushion and resting on their elbows on it and talking over it, says very uncomfortable for the Dormouse. Through allies only as it's asleep, it suppose doesn't mind. Okay, it doesn't mind what happened. Then the table was large one, but there were how many people were get seated? Only three. Three were seated. Who? The March Hare, the Hatter. Okay, the lady you can see that Hatter, and the Dormouse. Okay, and all were crowded together at one corner of it. They were standing in one corner. Okay, no room, no room. They cried when they saw Alice. Here in this picture, they can see that Alice is coming towards them, and they were saying, no moon, no room. There is a plenty at room, said Alice. Then Alice was saying, no, there is a so many place in a room. Okay, though she sat down in a large armchair with the one end of the table. Here you can see on one end of the table, she sat on that. Then this Hare was saying that have some wine, have some wine means just you take something. Alice look around the table. There was nothing, only tea. But you can see there is only tea. Here in this picture also you can see. But still the Hare gives that just she offered that have some wine. Then she said that there is no wine. Okay. Then the ma said there isn't any. Nahi hai. Then the Alice angrily said, then wasn't it civil of you to offer it? Means civil of you means you don't have manners to offer it. It wasn't very civil of you to sit down without being invited. Really, if you are not invited for any party, really, if you are not invited in a party and you go there and you join there, so these are the manners. Then how can you expect you just have whatever you want? Okay, I didn't know it was your table, said Alice. It is said for a great many more than three. What the Alice is saying that the table is too much bigger. Table बहुत बड़ा है. Okay, you without be means you we can all get sit here. Okay, then the hatter said, your hair wants cutting. He had looking at Alice for some time with a great curiosity. What the hatter said that you should cut your hairs. Okay, what she said, you should cut your hairs. Then Alice said, you should learn not to make a personal remark. Okay, agar we see students, we don't have any right to comment on others, on on their physically. Your hairs are short, your hairs are long, you are very dark in color, you did this, you did that, this happened, that happened. No, not at all. Okay, not at all. So that student then very rudely that the hatter comment that you should cut your hairs. Then definitely Alice get angry. Then she said, no, you don't have right to comment on us. Then the hatter opened his eyes very widely on hearing this, but all he said was, why it is raven like riding a desk. Raven means common name for a large black bird. It's the name of a bird. Okay, raven. That the why you are looking like this? That the come we shall have some fun now, thought Alice. Alice said, okay, let it be. Now we will have a fun. Alice that I am so happy to asking riddles, and I believe you can ask me riddles. I can answer that question. Okay. Such kind of conversation was there in between Hatter and the Alice. Okay. Then the March had said that it means that you can find all the answers of question. Then the Alice said, yes, I can find all the answers of that question. Okay. Then you should say what you mean. Then the Alice quickly said, I do. I can answer the question all your answer. I can answer all your question. Okay. Then not the same thing a bit. You might just as well say that I see what I eat. As same thing, I eat what I see. See what the hatter said that I see मतलब जो मैं खा रही हूँ वो देख रही हूँ और जो देख रही हूँ वो खा रही हूँ. Okay, you might just as well say I like what I get is the same thing as I get what I like. You might just as well say added a dormouse. Then such kind of conversation कि जो मुझे चाहिए मैं ये लूंगा, जो मुझे means I like what I get same thing. जो मुझे चाहिए मुझे same वैसे ही चाहिए. Then the dormouse, the person who's sitting in the middle, what he said, you might just as well say, but he just pretending that he was sleeping. That I breathe when I sleep is the same thing as I when I breathe. It is the same thing with you, said the hatter. Here the conversation came to an end and the party became silent because what we say, a meaningless talking were going on that what I want, what I see, what I eat. This the word is get used by the hatter and what the hair. I like what I get, the same thing as I get what I like. Okay. Then there's such kind of conversation. At last, it gets stopped. While Alice thought over all she could remember about ravens, ravens means is a bird, and they're writing a desk which doesn't much. Okay, then this such kind of riddles get asked by the hatter to the Alice कि बताओ मुझे जैसे तुम्हारा riddles होते हैं ना that in a one plate 12 bowls with 3 spoons, then answer is your clock. Okay, in the same way, such kind of riddles get asked by the hatter, and that riddle is asked by the hatter is what? I see what I is. Then the very and the Alice what say? Oh, I give it if I don't know. You